There are questions that make an individual ponder on what might happen. It sneaks unwanted and unexpected, feeding on the limitless array of negative or positive possibilities in life, adversely affecting how we look at things and what lies ahead. Either because we live in fear of what might go wrong, or the excitement of what might go well. Let's talk about the top 3. What if these things happen in real life? Welcome to Prime Countdown. You are what you think about. We create a new video every week, so be sure to subscribe for more interesting content and hit the bell icon so you won't miss our latest uploads. Let's go on to our list. Number 3. What if you never go outside again? You have probably been previously stuck at home, perhaps due to bad weather, unforeseen events, or pandemic. Staying at home forever may seem like a dream come true for some people, because they can have more time to do the things they want. It would seem okay at the beginning, but later on, it can have major repercussions. The longer you stay indoors, the more you will have physical and emotional health challenges. Most don't know that lack of exposure to sunlight can lower your mood, and there's even more. Being indoors limits the quantity of sunlight you get. Sunlight helps with the hormone function and impacts the circadian rhythm, which controls sleep. It also causes our body to create what is popularly known as the happy hormone, which affects our mood. Not getting enough sunlight eventually results in unbalanced hormone levels. No matter how much sleep you get, you may begin to feel exhausted after being indoors for a very long time, and this can also severely affect your mood. According to research, the air inside can be stale, and even up to 5 times more toxic than the air outside. Breathing in that recycled air over time may increase your risk of getting sick from pollution-related ailments. Months later, your body will begin to lose vitamin D. This is necessary for good health, bone strength, and muscle function. Sunlight is required to activate vitamin D, and artificial light will not work. If this continues to decline, you may find yourself losing strength as your bones weaken. Vitamin D is also necessary for immune system regulation. Thus, you may be at a higher risk of contracting diseases. As years pass, you may begin to notice some pretty serious health issues. Increased risk of heart disease and stroke, as well as cancer, broken bones, and severe tooth decay. Vitamin D supplements may or may no longer be able to help replenish the vitamin D deficiency. The monotony of living in the same area, doing the same things over and over, without ever getting outside for a long period of time, means you will be more inactive and will have lesser physical activities. If you live alone, this could be even worse. High blood pressure, heart disease, anxiety, and depression have all been related to social isolation and loneliness. You could be struggling with a variety of psychological issues, lack of mental stimulation, or boredom, resulting in low mood and irritability, as well as sleeplessness and depression. According to research, going outside has been linked directly to a reduction in stress levels and lessen depression. Find a way to stay connected to the outside world if you're confined indoors for an extended period of time. Number 2. What if you never stop working anymore? Work used to end when employees left the office, but that was a long time ago. Even at home, it seems doing office work is unavoidable. Working longer hours doesn't always result in increased productivity or bigger salary. The wages of workers in poorer countries are lower than their counterparts in richer countries. They are more likely to work longer hours in order to supplement their income through overtime, or even a second job. Many people just cannot afford to not work. Healthcare workers, like those in most other industries, have been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic. Many essential services employees never stopped working or left their usual work sites. These employees have not been working from their homes. They've been on the front lines and continue to make the greatest sacrifices and put themselves at risk. We all know that humans are not machines and that we cannot work endlessly. Even machines need a break and maintenance. When we overwork, we eventually become inefficient and our bodies malfunction. Workloads will continue to increase for most people, leading to longer work hours and more overall stress at work and in life. These low-wage workers spend more time away from their loved ones doing work. Burnout syndrome is the result of unmanaged long-term workplace stress. We recognize the onset of exhaustion or fatigue as work hours increase. Fatigue is a general lack of energy, motivation, alertness, and attention caused by prolonged mental or physical exertion. Fatigue can also result in serious workplace incidents, particularly for those who operate with or around heavy machineries or in hazardous environments. Fatigue can even lead to death. Everyone's ability and tolerance for stress differs. Stress can have a wide range of effects. Overworking can cause emotional distress and psychological issues such as anxiety, depression, a sense of being drowned in your work, irritability, and sleep deprivation. Many people will suffer from headaches, chronic neck or back pain, and frequent illness. It has the potential to wreak havoc on relationships at work and at home. In the end, poor health issues might lead to a drop in work quality, which can lead to job termination. Whatever our reasons may be, take some time off. Working to the point of exhaustion or mental breakdown is never worth it. Number 1. What if you never find the one? You've been hoping to meet the one, probably for a long time now. Perhaps you're aiming for the stars in search of your dream partner, or at the very least someone respectable and acceptable enough with whom you can spend the rest of your life with. You might not even be as picky as others. But you were hoping to meet someone you really like a lot, someone to cuddle up with at the end of a long day, someone who would look after you if you became sick, and someone who would listen to your stories every evening after work. Love has its constant effect on us. Even when we don't admit it, love has a big impact on our actions, even when it isn't on our minds. It motivates us to do things in a different way. It's sometimes the reason for feeling insecure and insufficient, as well as worried about what's going to happen. For most of us, never finding love would be devastating. We may one day discover that the result is complete freedom. It's not all disadvantages. Depending on how you look at it, there are also advantages to it. If you could overcome your fear of being alone, the possibilities would be limitless. You could live life any which way you want, anywhere, even in an unusual place. You may work your way up the corporate ladder. You may return to school and earn that degree you've always wanted without having to worry about the finances you have with others. Love may hold us back in a multitude of subtle ways that we may not even be aware of, and its absence could be the ultimate sense of freedom. Spend our lives working on ourselves, challenging ourselves, nurturing ourselves, and becoming bigger, better capable people than we have ever imagined. We have the potential to become everything we've been longing for. Stop waiting for someone to come along. Instead, work to be the best version of yourself. We must begin to value what we already have. Live life by focusing on the good things. Prepare yourself for the future. You will have to rely on yourself through every success, every failure, every fear, and every accomplishment you will ever have until the day you pass away. You will be the one who turns up and receives your rewards. When you're broken, you're going to be the one who holds your own hand. You'll be the one to motivate yourself to get up off the floor every time you're knocked down. On the other hand, you're most attractive when you are more focused on improving yourself than when you're worried about attracting others. When you live your life with confidence, freedom, and without restraint, you generate the kind of energy that is positive and attractive to others. Don't just look for the one to spend the rest of your life with. Be the one for that person. Your bright side will serve as a beacon for anyone searching for you in a world where many people are also looking for the one. Who knows? You may actually still find the one. Do you agree with our top picks? Give us your comments and check out these other interesting videos from Prime Countdown. You are what you think about. Remember to give us the thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe and share.